Good evening, everyone.
Oh no!
Welcome to Wednesday night stream. So I'm just moving myself a little bit closer.
I'm gonna find you.
I'm over here.
Yeah.
So-
Wacky Wednesday, won't watch it.
Oh. So yes, it's Wednesday. I don't even know what date it is, to be quite honest with you.
Date is 18.
Oh, there you go then.
2 days before payday.
It's the 18th of March. So yes, not really a lot to report back. Just been watching the news, etc. As I'm aware that probably everybody else has been watching. So I've got a masterclass one. A masterclass cooking one.
Well, wherever I've been on the internet, all it's been is bloody film horror.
It's probably because you've downloaded latest version.
Not kidding.
So yes, I'm watching a chocolate. And hi, Paul, how are you? So
Hold on, Paul.
yes, I'm just watching the ads, as you do. Every penny counts. But Chris has got a film Nora ad, and I've got like a baking cookery one. So obviously, it's something to do with the algorithm. If I'm, yeah, we're fine. Callum had an email yesterday evening, postponing all his classes, so he's not been to college today. We've got Joey. So yeah, Callum got it. I think it was about tea time. It came through, and it came down, and he says, "I've just received this from college." So it just says basically all classes are postponed until after Easter. Now, whether they're going to extend that, I don't know. But then I got a notification that Sheffield College is one of the first ones that's basically not waited for any government prompting, and they've basically done it off their own bat, you know. To be quite honest with you, Joe, no. With some, as I say, I'll probably have a look after the stream, but yeah, it's
busy.
But there's that many rumours going around that we're going into total lockdown. But we watched a broadcast of Boris Johnson at 5 o'clock, and it's basically just announcing that as from Friday, all the schools in England, Wales and Northern Ireland are going to be closing down. So, basically, and it says it's not anyway, due to the outbreak well, it is due to the outbreak, obviously, but, there's been no reported cases in. It's just basically safeguard the spread of it. So, but yeah, I mean, there has been sort of things flying about, which I don't buy into, saying basically that they're going to put the whole of UK on total lockdown, which I don't believe for 1 minute. Oh, okay then. Well, it says he's going to post another video at midnight his time. I says, I will be in Noddyland then.
Aye.
So yeah, so same as Chris, so to me and Chris were talking about it, and he says, well, what does it mean when they putting people on total lockdown? I says, well, it basically got to get the medications. So it's a case of they can't put you on absolute lockdown for that reason. I know it's buffering at this end as well.
I'll refresh.
I've refreshed mine as well.
Are we on?
I don't know, but I've got another advert.
Bloody how to sell your camera gear ad.
Oh dear. So yeah, it were buffering, so I just refreshed it. So I'm hoping that.
We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, you know, with same as I've said, we've fought worse than this. You know what I mean? It is like flu, but it's not like flu. You know, they're saying it's a cough and it affects the respiratory, you know, organs. So, you know, it's the same as I've said, it's just a case of riding it out, basically. You know, but I can understand him, you know, but like the other day they were talking about just self-isolating the over 70s. Now it's over 70s, people that are under 70s that with underlying people under 70 with underlying health issues, pregnant women. Hi, I'm Jad, how are you? So you know, it's just a case of we've just got to ride it out, you know, till it's over.
I hope we got good here.
Hiya, Gordo, how are you?
Good, I'm Jad.
So
I can't say his name now.
You know, Chris sort of started panicking because obviously because he gets paid on Friday, like doing shopping and everything. He says, yeah, but I ain't got no money till Friday, and you know, we've just got enough cat meat from to manage till Friday, blah blah blah. And if they put us like that, but you know what I mean? So I says, well, they're not shutting down the supermarkets. People have still got to eat. So
the coronavirus has had a knockdown on effect on my shoplifting business. There's nothing to eat now. Hey, you can nick some toys and put plenty of toys.
Yeah, Boris Johnson was had a news conference, Amjad, at 5 p.m. and it says basically all schools, universities and colleges from Friday are definitely closing. So
Callum's college is closed already.
But it did say, I mean, I got a notification, it says Sheffield College, which is the one that Callum goes to, has took the initiative before everybody else and is one of the first colleges or universities to close down before the government, you know. Yeah. Joe says, well, I don't know if you remember N1H1 flu about 10 to 11 years ago. It was COVID-18. Well, this is it. Yeah, we did as well, Amjad, because because you see, we were wondering, because, you know, there's like rumours flying about and people are saying, oh, they could have put the whole country on, you know, everybody on lockdown. And I says, well, you know, it's going to be such a financial burden, you know, that they can't possibly do that. Well, this said on this news conference, it could be till about October. Oh, swine flu. But you see, this is another thing as well. There's been news reports that they've now got the bird flu in China, where all this began. So it makes you wonder. But, you know, and they were going on about exams, the knock-on effect it'll have, like people going to university, going to college, waiting their, you know, and it says basically that it not be any detriment because they'll just pick up where they left off, so to speak. So yeah, but they did also say, like, such as us, because Callum gets free school meals or free college meals, because of the extra financial burden on, you know, feeding them when they're getting free meals at school or college, that they're hoping that we'd be paid a little bit extra. So, and Sky's jumped on the bandwagon, and it's, you know.
Steve's in.
Hiya, Steve, how are you? So, yeah, because you see, we with Sky, we also work with the phone, and it says Sky Go. Did you read that article altogether?
No.
Yeah, Sky Go, you can get up to 3 devices, I think, or something. Extra 10 megabyte on as mobile phones, which we on mobile phones with them. Sky bandwagon. The actual Sky, I'll
Is that the shower of very spicy?
Oh. So right, I'm just going to read it out to you because I did send it, Chris, via Messenger. So Sky announces some important news and customers. COVID-19 came from ostriches. Sky announces some important news.
Wakey.
Did you see him come in? He put Sky bandwagon. Sky has released some major news today as it tries to help customers during the coronavirus outbreak. Here's all you need to know if you subscribe to Sky. Sky TV customers are getting some very welcome news from today, with the satellite firm announcing a swathe of updates to help its users get through the coronavirus outbreak. Sky is putting a range of measures in place which are aimed at helping those staying at home, including offering some exclusive content and allowing Sky Sports users to cancel their subscription, because obviously there's not going to be any sports. We're working hard at Sky to make sure we continue to look after our customers. We're also introducing some things to help make life a little easier for anyone at home trying to work, stay connected to loved ones, or keep the family entertained. Perhaps the biggest news is that Sky has partnered with NBC Universal to make a range of movies available to rent at home through the Sky Store on the same day as the global premieres. This will begin with DreamWorks Animation Trolls World Tour on 6th of April, the sequel to the Trolls blockbuster. Yeah, I got false teeth in a mess there. This is the first time customers have been able to rent NBC Universal movies as soon as they hit cinemas. Along with the new movies from this week, The Hun, The Invisible Man, blah, blah, blah. Another boost to homes is the Sky Go Extra will now be available to all customers for free. This will allow households to have access to Sky TV on 3 screens at the same time. It's not just the TV services that are getting a boost, as Sky also announced some added bonuses for phone and mobile users. This includes all call to UK landlines becoming free at any time of day.
Well, we've got that package anyway.
I know. All Sky mobile customers will also get a 10 gigabyte data boost. free of charge. So, and it says all call centres and engineers will prioritise the needs of existing customers to ensure their services keeps running smoothly. So there you go.
It's copied and pasted again.
Oh.
Same guesses.
Oh, Amjad. 5 a.m. everyone was queuing at the entrance. But you see, I was talking to Ian via Messenger earlier on, and he says in their Asda they were fighting. Have you been squeezing them baguettes? That's all right, just have to have a look. So yeah, and Sky News Station. But he also said to me, he said that somebody were going to nick some out his trolley, he says, and he were with Sophie, and he just looked at him and he went, I would think again, fella, if I were you, he says, because you nick out our trolley, he says, and I'll put you 6 foot under. So, you know, same as I said to Chris, I mean, you know, Ian in real life is 6 foot odd, you know, he's on a par with, you know, he's taller than Callum. So, you know, one look from Ian and he'd, you know, we'd think twice. So, yeah, you know, and, you know, some as I say, there's been rumours going down that we're going on total lockdown from Friday, but they're not announcing it till Thursday. Same as I said, what good will that do? Announcing it Thursday that we're going down on lockdown on Friday. It's not plausible. So, you know, it's people have seen, same as I said to Chris, I mean, there's like certain professions that it's not plausible to work from home. Dentists, for instance, they can't pull teeth from home, can they? You know, doctors can't work from home. Yeah, they can do like video, whatever you call it. But bus drivers, train drivers, you know, they can't work from home. So, you know, some people, it's not plausible to work at home. When you think about it, like plasterers, plumbers, electricians, they can't work from home either. Wakey says, my favourite is to drop something really expensive into someone's trolley when they are busy gassing and blocking the aisles. But you see, having said that, Chris went down to our local Asda, and while it was in there, it came over the tannoy that he says there were no bread. So I says, well, that's easily solved. I can make my own. So it did say that it came over the tannoy that you're only allowed 3 of a particular 3.
Got the good one.
I got the good one. How are you? So, Taster. Hiya, George. How are you?
Georgie Podgy.
So, yeah, you know, it's you're only allowed 3, you know, but even in my estimation, that's still too many, if you know what I mean.
There's got some lard. The world is safe. Wakey's got some lard.
So, yeah, so same as I said to Chris, you know, that's good thing about being a baker. God, good, thanks, school's shut, yes. Well, you see, same as I said, like yesterday, Callum got an email roughly about tea time to say that his college were postponing, till after Easter. But listening to Prime Minister today, it could be till about October by the sounds of it. What do they mean by essential journeys? Well, to and from work.
YouTube videos.
To supermarket. Like non-essential, like going on holiday or blah, blah, blah. And I were watching you earlier on, God, and you say you were blowing your nose and you says, it's all right, folks, I've not got coronavirus, it's just a cold.
Walking the dog.
So, I mean, it's, I did see a video, actually.
Yes, YouTube videos.
Hi, Brenda, how are you?
Hello, Brenda.
I did see a video, actually, on Facebook, and it were like, this guy were driving down motorway, and there were all these, like, low loaders with tanks and army tanks and army vehicles and whatever, and kept saying, oh, what's going off, all these army tanks and blah, blah, blah.
Are you two
normal con.
I don't know where normal con is. We ain't frigging normal.
but yeah, same as I say, Chris went to Asda, couldn't get any bread, so I went, I've got yeast, I've got flour, that's all you need to make bread. So I said, there's no problemo there. It's one of these things, where if needs must, yeah, it's better to have a bread maker, but we don't. So same as I said to Chris, when if needs must, I'll just bake some bread.
I'm like, you know the toilet roll. I'm sure there's a wagon left the toilet rolls left in country.
Oh dear.
Hey?
Brenda's spilt a bowl of chips all over the floor. And when she says chips, she means crisps, what we call crisps. He says tanks were probably escorting a wagon load of toilet rolls.
Oh, Real Deal says I'm going to get me a bottle of Corona beer and put a spray nozzle on it and go around and ask people if they want some Corona.
God, the good one says we're going to hold our YouTube meetup 2021 somewhere normal till it'll cost nothing, next to nothing. So, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, us locals, it'll be a doddle, if we hold it sort of relatively local. Toilet roll warehouse less than half a mile from me. They have tripled their security. But yeah, I had to laugh what Ian said. He says that somebody were going to pinch some at his trolley. I don't know what it were. He didn't say what it were. And he says, I just gave him that look as if to say, touch out in my trolley, mate, and you'll be 6 foot under. Oh, did you hear they are flagging video when you use God and the virus? Well, we've got both in here because we're discussing virus, and we've got God the good one in. It'll be near an airport, gonna put sausage rolls on and even Scrabble live. So that's me flagged then. But yeah, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson did a news conference about. Hi Tracy. Yeah, we're just waiting for Johnny to come in because it's Johnny Five's birthday today.
Is it don't get that?
So yeah, it's I'm up creek. We have to paddle then because we've got God the good one in chat. So I keep mentioning God, so so yeah, Boris Johnson. All it were, there were all this hype about it, saying they were going to make an announcement, and all it basically were something that we'd known all along, that it was shutting schools down. So that were it basically. So I hope you've been spoiling him today, Tracy. So yeah, it's a case of you know, what you can't get, you make. Same as I said, I've got yeast, I've got flour, you know, I've got cake tins, well, loaf tins. So you know, if needs must, I'll just bake some bread. So you know, as they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Easy as that. So just a yeast infection can't. So if anybody wants any tips on bread making, you know, Brenda's in the chat. You know, you just got to message me, message Brenda. I don't have the luxury of having a bread making machine, but it's no detriment. You know, hey, up Joe's on a. It says he had to switch to his. Oh, yeah. Well, some as I say, I didn't know when it worked, because she said you were going to message me back, Brenda, and can you do a bread making video? Well, funny thing is, Maniac Grammy, who's in the chat now, who is Brenda, she's asked me to do a collaboration with her about bread making. And she did say something about, you know, using a bread making machine. I says, well, I've got a problem there because I ain't got one.
Oh, it's a real deal, by the way.
Yeah. So I'd basically be doing mine in the conventional way, you know, baking it in the oven, etc. You know, I don't have the luxury. Hiya, Simon. I was going to do a video on how to wipe your bum on a budget. But you see, there's like all these different things on Facebook. And one were a pack of Rizzlers hung over at toilet roll thing. And it says it needs must. And then there were another one where there were a toilet roll, and it were marked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on each like sheet. So
it's done. She says, I figure next week be a good time when we're getting back to the old way. It's good.
Yeah.
So next week.
Yeah, that's fine. Some as I say, so long as you sort of give me enough warning, you know what I mean. Wake you up. Do a video and I have to wipe your bum on Isol, Simon. Not very nice stuff, Isol.
No.
I can remember when I was at school and they used to have that toilet paper.
It's not making eyes more.
I'm going to say, if there was any reason to hold it in a bit longer till you got home, Isol were the reason. You know, it weren't very nice stuff. So when I can vouch for that, same as I say. And I have got some hand sanitizer, but it's only a little bottle, so I have to use it sparingly.
50 quid, you can have it.
So if you want to squirt hand sanitizer, a pound a pop. Oh dear. In Mexico, you pay this square 4 squares in 15 pesos. Oh. Well, I'm going to tell you a story now. one of Chris's mates posted a I don't know whether it weren't a video, it were like a post. And this is in Sheffield, where we live, the local spa shop. Oh, sent link. Hang on a minute, Tracy. I'll just post link. And then I'll finish off telling you story. So yeah, there's the link. So anyway, and this is a spa in Sheffield. What they've done, they've bought packs of 24 toilet rolls. They've split them up. Hey, we've got Captain Cook.
Hey,
so yeah, what they've done, they've split 24 packs of toilet rolls, and they're selling per toilet roll £1 a roll. But if you want to buy a pack of 24, it's going to cost you £24. And I said, basically, Chris got a pack of 24 from our Asda. It cost £7.50 a pound. Yeah, and that is a spa shop in Sheffield. So it's always been that way. When I first went, I couldn't believe it. I could never figure out why my son kept it in the car. Wake his put. It doesn't do as much as clean, but it redistributes it around the area. It's on about Izal toilet paper. I'll fetch a sack of old socks from the charity shop. But yeah, how much is a pound? I think it's just over $1. $1. Yeah, I don't know.
Equivalent to $1.
Yeah, it's just it's more or less. You get like $1 and something to a pound, but the cheeky beggars are splitting packs of 24 toilet rolls, selling them individually for £1 each. And if you want to buy 24, it's going to cost you £24. Chris got a pack of 24 from Asda the other day for £7.50. So how much profit are they making on a pack of 24?
You'll get some daft idiot that's buying them.
In fact, I'll just find the link if you bear. Yeah, it says $1.16. I'll find you the link, and I'll put it in the chat. You know, just so as you believe me.
Might do a giveaway of it. That'll get millions of views, that one, Wacky.
I should just copy and paste the link. Oh, sugar.
Uh-oh.
It's come up with, yeah.
You done it?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Just give me a chance, man.
Come on, chop, chop. Oh, Joe's mother says hi from the grocery store.
Hi from Joe's mother from the grocery store.
Yeah, but why? Why buy loads? No point in it.
It's all right. I'm trying to.
You find it?
I found it.
It might not let you post it because it's got too many words and whatnot. There's like a limit that you can put in.
Yeah, I'll just put this this link in, and this is where it's got the price on it. I'll just go and like that. Like that thingy bobbing.
It'd be too much.
It's not letting me post it.
No, because it's too long. Too many words in it.
Yeah.
You've got like a set amount of words, and
yeah, it's not letting me do it.
not if I write used on the packaging. I'll be right, buddy.
I'll just try that. See if it works. I'm just gonna. Hey, Johnny's here. Sorry, I was trying to find a link.
I've been here about 10 minutes.
It's all right.
Hello.
It's local Spar are selling £1 a roll of toilet paper, splitting 24 rolls up, and if you want to buy 24, it's 24 quid.
Shall I open my little cupboard under the sink and tease you all?
So basically, Chris got a pack of 24 from our local Asda, £7.50.
I stocked up when we had all them storms, so I'm well all right for all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Brenda, who is Maniac Grammy, says, hi, birthday boy.
Yeah, 44 today, feeling good.
Have you had a good day?
Yeah. Anna come round and that, and I've got that's my birthday present.
Yeah, you were standing like right there. Yeah.
Anna's an Echo Show 8.
I saw her on I saw her on Facebook. Simon said
nice
62 again, mate.
I've got my caravan ready for my trip away in the garden.
I know, I've seen that as well.
I'm gonna have weekend in caravan. I'm gonna get keen on a sandpit.
And barbecue.
Yeah, I have a barbecue. I've already got charcoal actually.
Oh, Joe says his mother's just bought all yeast at the store so we can make bread.
My window.
So yes, Chris couldn't get any bread today, so I says, never fear, the baker's here. I've got yeast, I've got flour, I've got all ingredients. So yeah.
Oh, she's got to get a spare ribs in the oven.
Oh, Brenda. Okie dokie.
See you in a bit, Brenda.
See you in a bit, Brenda.
Wakey just keeps on saying lard.
Have I got lard?
Cheers. It's Chris having one seeing as it's my birthday.
This what?
It's Chris having a beer seeing as it's my birthday.
No.
No, it's all being bought by everybody else.
Hey, you're not shopping at right places.
Yeah, your Tracy says he's been spoilt, Jeanette, breakfast and even a meal. I saw breakfast.
I'm going to say that would last me all day, that.
Made me a really nice salad and that, but I decided to get pissed instead.
Well, it's only once a year.
I'll enjoy it later anyway when I've had a few of these.
So, Chris has spent all his money on bog roll.
Not far off, Wakey.
I said to them all at Till, I went, kitchen roll, cut it in half. What have you got? Fucking toilet roll. Chill out for fuck's sake.
What's cheesy guppies?
A guppy's a fish.
What is it?
Yeah, what is that? I bought about 30 rolls and then I bought like 2 4-packs over the last few weeks. So I'm well stocked.
Same as I said, we all right for now, you know what I mean?
If things get extreme, get all your odd socks that you're never going to find everywhere.
Chris says, go and buy a bag of socks from charity shop.
Oh, don't say that online. They'll be all first time charity shops have stolen any socks.
I'm going to say there'll be mass brawling in charity shops next.
Would you buy charity shop socks if things got that bad?
Oh dear. If you drink John Smith, you'll need the bog roll.
That does give you a good clear out.
I don't have to drink John Smith's. I suffer from IBS, so you know it's been the wheel of fortune. Oh, Nick the neighbours from the washing line. I assume you mean socks. I a top shooter. How are you? Oh dear, but you know, I mean, the same as I say, there's been that much rumour about, oh, they're going to put the whole country on lockdown. They can't. It's not plausible to do that. You know what I mean? It's just not plausible to put the whole country on lockdown.
Yeah, all schools are closing Friday.
Yeah, well, our Callum had an email yesterday afternoon, so we haven't been today.
It's called the prospect.
Well, they're all going back to work in China and that, you know, now.
Simon says that the G-strings will do for a mask.
Yeah, I said to Tracy, I said, your boob size would be perfect for a mask.
Hey, oh, if anybody nicks my knickers off at line, they'll do for a full face mask. And I mean a full face mask.
Oh, a couple of Romanians will come back.
He's on holiday in Skeggy.
But if you think about it, fanny pad and a bra, you saw it?
Hey, I've got some tenor lady, you know. Not tenor lady. Always
no, we don't want them too thick. You got to breathe.
Wakey says, kitchen roll one sheet. Use sparingly and never mind the print transfer onto your arse.
You use both sides.
Oh dear. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, because like you can squeeze it, can't you? I'm going to say, can you imagine putting that online and somebody nicking it off your line?
I recommend a handstand in the shower.
I'm all on going in bath, let alone doing any handstands.
Hey.
I like to rake my hairdryer out and put it to good use. I'll leave that one to imagination. Oh dear.
It's worth a try. I can do push-ups now.
Oh dear. Hiya, Tony. How are you?
Oh, no, Tony.
Oh dear. But yeah, I'll have to get my hairdryer out of storage. I mean, you both, Tracy. She says I'd break my back if I stood up in the shower. I like my bath anyway. There's only Chris in our house that has a shower.
Yeah, you can't get in the shower and I can't get out of bath.
I can only just get out of bath.
People are buying it online.
So, yeah, I must say I do prefer my bath, but you know, I'll have to get hairdryer out of storage. Oh, Gordon Bennett, that's the scary.
No, we don't want close-ups, thank you.
Yeah, we're all right, Tony. We're all right.
Come on, 44-year-old, and look at me. I look good.
Well, I mean, I could say that, Johnny. I mean, I'm 58 this year, and look how good I look.
Look, I've only got to move my wrist and see those muscles ripple. I've worked hard on these.
It says, I will be leaving Friday, but I decided to leave a day early, so booked again for June. That's if we booked to go in April.
Yeah.
So we don't know whether it's still going ahead or what. But we only go in like for 2 nights. Tony says, hiya, Johnny 5, happy belated. Oh, it's still his birthday. It's today.
Birthday, for God's sake. Got an hour.
But yeah, I am, Joe, I am 57. I'll be 58 in September.
You know, the truth about it.
Shall I do it? Because I'm a birthday
It says
boy.
there's no way you're 58. You look so young.
How much Corona has he had?
Oh, you.
Hey, Chris, times are hard. I couldn't afford Corona. I got Gallagher.
Somebody not live to see the next birthday if you keep saying things like that.
I'm saying him over here. You can't get me.
So, but yeah, somebody not be living to see the next birthday. Well, this is the thing of it. Chris is 10 years young, well, nearly 10 years younger than me. You don't look old enough to be my mama. You'll be surprised, Joe. I've got a lad of 34. Yeah, 30. My eldest lad will be 34 in June.
I was about to say, you forgot the age of your child.
I was just trying to reckon that because he was born on the 8th of the 6th, 86. So yeah, cougar. I am a cougar. So
Cradle snatcher.
well, you know what they say, don't you? Only younger the bloke that you feel.
Hey, our choice is all right then.
So yes, and I've still got all my own teeth. I've still got all my own gnashes. So yes, Johnny's.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tony's got jumping up bandwagon now. He says you're not 58, Jeanette. You only look 47. I'm not 58 yet. I'm only 57, but I will be 58 in September. So I was born in 1962.
my mum was born in 1954.
So yeah, 1962. So write this in your diary, 22nd of September.
Is that
I still have my own teeth. They are in a tin in the cupboard. Well, I can assure you they're not false ones. You can't pull them out. What's a diary? You know where you put important dates. Oh dear.
I'm going on to PC camera. Wait a second.
What?
Yes, what's that?
Cheese, milk, etc.
Toilet rolls. I hope he's gone.
Yeah, I did say something, but I didn't quite catch what he said.
Oh
dear.
his Oskies. I still have a few teeth left in my mouth as well.
Oh dear. Sorry about wiping my eyes, but I know we're back up to 12.
Oh, there you go.
So yes, I have got a few grey hairs, but
yeah, at least they're all your own hairs.
Going on to his PC, coming back. Okay. So yes, I have got a few grey hairs. I mean, if I didn't colour it, I'd be grey all over. They do have false teeth you can't pull out after you put them in, but No, mine are all my own. Well, we've said the same thing, Tony. You know, anybody think it were a diarrhea virus? You know, it affects the respiratory system, not, you know, that's part of your anatomy. Tracy says it looks nice. Well, you see, I've been in Bath and everything, and you know, and I thought, well, just for a change, I'll just wear it down, being as it's manageable. So, you know. Oh, we shall still be here, be right back. Okie dokie. Oh, I'll look out for you then, Johnny. You're surfing quite close to the wind, my dear. Can you hear what he's saying, Joe? He's saying he went bald as soon as he got married. So I'm looking for something to throw at him, but there's nothing heavy enough down here.
I've got a cat on me, so
oh, well, do you think that makes any difference?
Yes, it's my safety net.
Yeah. Well, that makes no odds to me. But you see, this is the thing. I mean, Chris went down to our local Asda, and it says you're limited to 3 of the same items, not 3 items, but you like, so anybody could go in, buy 3 packs of 24 toilet rolls. Now, to me, it should be limited to 1, like essentials like bread, milk, butter.
Why did you use personal when you went single? How do you guess?
You see what Gordo put? No, he'll not be self-isolating, he'll be Jeanette isolating.
Be thrown in the shed out the window. Yeah.
I shall well wait for him to go out and lock door behind him. So, but yeah, you know, they're saying, oh, it came over at 10, or you only allowed 3 items of one particular thing. Like, so I said to Chris, so that means that if somebody went in and there were 24 toilet rolls, they could get 24. They should, such as toilet rolls, bread, milk, they should cut it down to 1.
1 sheet, and that's it.
Yeah, Tony's saying he never married and he went bald at 27, so figure that one out. But yeah, you know, to me, like, you know, Chris went down, he couldn't get any bread. You know, people are going in, buying probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 loaves. Like us, we've got a chest freezer. So if we were to buy 3 or 4 loaves, you'd just go in freezer anyway.
Nobody to get 3 or 4 loaves.
Why are they stocking up on toothpaste as well? The mind boggles. I don't know.
No idea.
They are talking about rationing essential. You see, this is exactly what I said to Chris the other day. I says, you watch before long. I said, if this goes on any longer, I says, ration books will be coming out again. You know, and it's like... that one's a good one. Yeah, and I totally agree with what you're saying there, Tony. Same as I said, a friend of mine that's on Facebook the other day, she's got a little one and she couldn't get no baby milk, she couldn't get no nappies, she couldn't get no wet wipes, and she only went in like to do a normal shop, but
you don't need toothpaste, just baking soda.
You know, she couldn't get the essentials that she needed for a little one. And same as I says, it's them idiots out there that are bulk buying. It's having the knock-on effect, like such as her, that she's having to traipse around everywhere to try and get baby milk, baby nappies.
Carla!
Hiya, Carla. You know what I mean? And that's you know, in my mind, that's because of people going out and bulk buying and not having consideration, one, for the elderly, two, for people that have got young children, etc. You know, I suppose eventually she did get some, but when you've got a littling and you're having to traipse around all shops just to find somewhere that's got nappies, baby milk and wet wipes. So, you know, it's such as them, you know, that it's having the knock-on effect with. So, you know, I mean, and like Gordo says, like Iceland on a Wednesday between 10 and 1, there's only the elderly that can go and do the shopping in Iceland between 10 and 1. Now, I think all supermarkets should do that myself, because you've got the elderly and the infirm that can't always get out and about. I mean, it's like yesterday, Chris went round to next door neighbours because she's elderly, and he says to her, "Is there anything that you want from shop? I'm going down to Asda. Do you want anything bringing back while I'm down there?" Traipse. Need a translator for. Oh dear.
Go down.
Yes. So yeah, so Chris went next door and he says, "I'm going down to Asda. Is there anything that you want while I'm going?" She wanted milk and some chips or something. Chris says, "Now, is that all you want? Is there anything else that you need while I'm going?" So she says, "No." She says, "That'll do, for now." And Chris says, "Well, just knock on the door if you need anything, blah, blah, blah." So I says to Chris, I says, "Oh, your saint'll do be in post before long." But it's same as we've said. If we can do, you've got to look after the elderly people, because I mean she's well in her 70s, and same as I says, she probably only goes. I think her daughter takes her once a week. Now, if she runs out of, let's say, for instance, milk, she can't always get to the shop to get it. So, he says, "Get me 50 quid out at till."
That's all. I need to get me some 50 quid out at till.
But it's same as we've said. You're, well, I was going to say young and fit, but he's neither. But I'll get my own back on him. At least he's able to, he's got a car, he can go down to Asda, he can go a bit further afield if needs be, you know what I mean?
I could walk 20 yards.
But, same as I said to Chris, I mean, how can I put it? I don't want to go out, put myself at arm's risk, but on the other hand, it drives you stir crazy when you ain't asked doing nothing. Here's another one. POV restricting the shopping to elderly people to certain times. Are you not making it high risk with all the elderly in one place at the same time? Only one had to have the virus. Whoa. Hiya, Wilson's on the go. How are you? But I mean, it's same as I said to Chris. Put some hand sanitizer on your hand before you go. You don't know who's been touching shopping trolley before you. You don't know that it might have been somebody that's got, Yeah, I agree. So but this is the thing. I says to Chris, like yesterday, I says, "Oh, I might do like a bit of a shop online at Asda or whatever." you've got to wait about 4 weeks before they've even got a slot available. Went on Sainsbury's, that was the same. Went on Iceland, that's exactly the same. So, you know, it's a case, they're more or less forcing you to go out, to go and get your provisions, because all these online shops are all booked up about 4 weeks in advance. So,
Tracy.
I was just saying, Tracy, I says, I've got a little bottle. If anybody wants a shot, it's £1 a shot. So that's my little bottle of hand sanitizer. So if anybody wants a shot, it's £1 a pop. So I found toilet rolls. I bought 3 packs, posted a picture on my channel's Facebook. People went ballistic on me, called me selfish, etc. More coming, ran out of room to type. But you see, the thing is, Carla, people are so quick to rush to judgment. You know, you might have been buying some for your elderly neighbour or somebody that's not able to get to the shop. Like I said earlier, Mrs. G works in retail. The elderly idea was suggested to her works, but that was the statement from her head office. Oh. But it don't sort of just work with the elderly. It's, you know, I mean, you could walk into a supermarket and you don't know by looking at somebody whether they've got the virus or not.
With everybody being isolated, there will still be a baby boom.
not in our house, they're not. Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying, Carla. People are so quick to rush to judgment without hearing an explanation. You not bulk buying for yourself. You're thinking of other people, your mother and your brother. You know what I mean? And it's like us. Our neighbour's elderly. Chris got us some shopping yesterday. You know what I mean? It's same as Chris said. If she'd have asked me to have got her some toilet roll, I'd have tried my best to get her some.
And I sold them all for £1.
But yeah, and this is it, Tony. But you know, I mean, it's this mentality where I'm all right, Jack, if you know what I mean. This is the mentality of the UK. I can't say young'uns, but you know what I mean. That's the mentality of some of the people in the UK.
Yeah, but some people are bulk buying for themselves.
Yeah, and it's a case of, you know, I'm all right, Jack, sod everybody else. Yeah, I agree with you there. Carla. I've got Calamont brain. Some as I say, they're so quick to jump on the, you know, the bandwagon because you openly admitted that you got toilet rolls. You know what I mean? Without listening to your explanation as to why you bought them. So you know, it's same as I said the other day. It's basically, it don't matter what country you live in. Yeah, exactly, Carla. I fully agree with you there. Same as I said to Chris. It don't matter what country you're in or we all have them basic needs, let's just say. Everyone uses toilet paper. So it's like the haves and the have-nots, so to speak. You know, you're by somebody going out and bulk buying toilet rolls, it's leaving an elderly person or somebody like with Crohn's disease that are forever doing that, and like stomach problems that need that toilet paper. You're denying a person with a debilitating illness because of the selfishness, if you know what I mean. And that's exactly what I would try to say, Gordo. People are so quick to assume things and rush to a conclusion, you know what I mean, that, you know, you get it in the neck. Yeah, that ring Gordo's press conference, so all exams has been have been cancelled. So you know, it's social media all over, Carla. They're so quick to rush to conclusions that they don't hear the explanation. Now, let's say, for instance, Chris had gone down yesterday. Let's just sort of say, yeah, you know, if Chris had gone down yesterday and they got some toilet rolls on the shelf and he'd got one pack for us and one pack for the lady next door, would he have got it in neck because he bought 2 packs? Even though both packs wouldn't have been for himself, one would have been for next door, the lady next door, and one would have been for himself.
Next, we're going to get arrested just leaving our ass.
It's not going to come to that, Callum, because they can't put it on total lock. So I'm just plugging Callum's phone in charge.
That's what I heard.
No, they're not going to put it on. So yeah, and believe you me, Joe, I know as well, because I do suffer from IBS. But you see, like people that's suffering with Crohn's disease, you know, that is a side effect of having Crohn's disease. They're like quite literally shitting themselves, if you know what I mean. Now, just Joe, I know Joe blogs on the street give a damn about a person that's got Crohn's disease. They're just thinking of themselves. Okay then, Tracy, it's been nice having you, and I'll probably see you on the next one. What you've got all around your muscle, it's a spot. But yeah, you know, this is what makes me so angry about it. You know, you've got people going down, snatching toilet rolls off at shelves. You know, the person standing behind you. Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I've ordered I survived Superflu t-shirt. But yeah, you know, I mean, how do you know that the person standing behind you don't suffer from IBS or Crohn's disease? And you've just took the last toilet rolls, which don't enable them to get their toilet rolls. You know what I mean? And this is what's so maddening about it. You don't know by looking at a person whether they've got IBS, whether they've got Crohn's disease or whatever. You know what I mean? And this is what's so maddening about it.
What's IBS and Crohn's disease?
IBS is irritable bowel syndrome, and
trouble going to the toilet.
Well, it's like it works both ways. You can be constipated, but you can also have the Trotskys.
What's Crohn's disease then? Say?
Yeah.
Stomach trouble.
That gives you thing, but it's a lot more complex.
having operations to get short.
Yeah, Carla says, and I will say I deliberately didn't buy more and left some on the shelves. Well, this is it. This is it. But same as I say, people are that quick to judge Carla, you know, without knowing the explanation behind it. So, you know, it's
I'm just ignoring. That's what.
same as I say, I mean, Johnny knows somebody with Crohn's disease. I know somebody with Crohn's disease, and it's not a very nice illness to have. Now, such as that person and people with IBS need a constant supply of toilet rolls. Yeah. Joe says, can it come up on your live stream sometime? So yeah, you know, it is maddening. See you morning, mate.
See you in the morning. Good night, everybody.
Callum says, night, everyone. While holding his trousers up.
Good morning. Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it's to understand what I'm talking about, you've got to suffer. Well, you ain't got to suffer from IBS or Crohn's disease. But hiya, Jeff, how are you? You know what I mean? And you know, you've got Simon says, night, Callum.
Good night, Simon and Amjad. And Wakey.
So yeah, you know, it's so maddening that, you know, they're taken away from people with such serious illnesses. You know what I mean? And it's Amjad, did you say good night to Amjad? Oh, yeah. You know, with such serious illnesses, not just thinking of their own selfish selves and not thinking about people. He ain't got a parrot on his shoulder, he's got a cat on his shoulder. Quick, get her off, Callum. She's digging a.
Lucy.
Tracy says, night, Callum, my friend.
Good night, Tracy.
And then he wonders why he's got scratches all over his back. And it's not me. Yeah.
She loves
Lucy insists on back, and she keeps falling, because I says to Chris the other day, she keeps falling off. I says, you'd have thought first couple of times she'd have learned to listen, but she still keeps going back there and she still keeps falling off. she still does it. You know, I can be comfortable laying on a chair that's about that wide. You know what I mean? Mm. But she still keeps going on and she still keeps falling off.
Good morning.
Oh dear, she ain't got brain. She'll born with that cat. And then she's clinging on for dear life, and if she misses, claws go straight into Chris's back. Oh dear.
I need to wear body armor.
Yeah, you'll have to get one of them bulletproof vests. So, but yeah, you know, I mean, I can't say I'm in self-isolation because I could go out anytime I like, really, but I choose not to because my immune system is shot.
You'll see out in garden.
Yeah, Chris says he's going to get me a chair and stick me out near the front door to get me some fresh air. I said, no thanks, I'm all right where I am, thank you, even though, like, at times it drives me stir crazy being in house.
I couldn't stop inside for 14 days. It don't get in.
So, you know.
Imagine being in a room for 14 days.
So yeah, but I mean, like, how long is it since I went out? Since I went for my B12 injection? That was last time I went out.
Well,
And it's like all you do is sleep, eat,
repeat,
and repeat every single day. And that's why I bait when I get bored. Bar jockstrap.
I'm sure that boy's losing it.
He's just trying to lighten the mood.
I know.
So yeah, you know, it's yeah, at times it does send me crazy being in four walls and do it same thing day after day after day. But I'd sooner do that than go out and risk myself getting the coronavirus. You know what I mean? It's a fetish, Amjad. You'll grow out of it. But you know, same as Chris says, he couldn't sort of he couldn't, you know, not go out anywhere for 14 days. It's drive him round twist. But but yeah, until they say otherwise, then same as Chris says, I'm still going to go out and take photographs. I go into open spaces where there's not a lot of people about, so he's not putting himself in any danger. Yeah, he goes down to Asda, you know, and it's yeah. Same as he says, he goes in, gets what he needs, come out, wash his hands, hand sanitizer, you know, jobs are good in. So oh yeah, I've got some coffee left. I was just going to say, have I got any coffee left?
It's so cold there.
No, it ain't. It's just lukewarm.
Whoa,
yeah. Oh, you're a bit right. But it's like, you know, what with the different temperatures and the different weather, it's like we're going to go out today, but then it were raining. And same as he says, I'm not going to go out and get drenched just for the sake of some photographs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or for the sake of uploading a video. So it's lukewarm to Jeanette. I don't mind. Same as I say, Chris has got like at my mouth like steel. He can drink it when it's red hot. I can't. I like to let it stand a little bit. And Happy Wednesday is good. It's not cold.
It's in my eyes.
Only because you suck yawn like you've got a mouth like steel, and it's
Yes, you said already. I'm done. Need a pint of coffee? All right, lad.
Chris says to me, he says, well, he says we can manage without bread. He says we can't manage without milk, and we can't manage without coffee. So milk and coffee are the two essentials.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would, you know, he'd need a straitjacket.
I would.
So, but yeah, we did watch it, Amjad, because it says, because there were one on previous to that, and it said Donald Trump was holding exactly the same sort of press conference, and see, it want that one.
Whoa. Is that Simon talking in riddles again?
Yeah. But yeah, same as we've said, we've got coffee, we've got, well, milk for now. It couldn't get any bread, but we've still got some bread. So same as I says, if you can't get any bread tomorrow, then I'll just make my own. No, you know, so if anybody wants any bread making, I need ingredients, I'll kindly make it for you. Paul and the coffee. So yeah, you know, if you're within a distance, see you later, Jeff. Thanks for popping in.
See you later, Jeff.
You know, if anybody, you know, in local vicinity wants any bread making, and it does come to the, you know, the fact that I have to make my own, our local co-op has the right idea. They've been putting the bog rolls out the back and checking with regular customers to make sure they have got some. Well, that's a good idea. I reckon that's a good idea.
Don't just put it in the middle of the aisleway so they're like a swarm of locusts.
Well, it's the same as I say. Chris got us a pack of 24 other day, and he says they didn't even bother taking it off the pallet. They just put the pallet in middle of the aisle, and boom, within a few minutes, they'd all gone. So, you know, it's, you know, that's, you know, it's, same as Chris says, Asda to us is like a corner, is local corner shop, 2 minutes down road in car. We have got Premier shops, but the fact of the matter is that they're always more expensive than Asda. Oh, he went to Sainsbury's with your brother yesterday. But you see, same as I was saying, I thought you were going to say you were going to be flashing then. But
50p for a toilet roll, 50p for the toilet roll.
No, pound.
You're going to sell it just under price market then.
Hiya, frugal farmer, how are you?
Hello, frugal lad.
Yes, we're all well and safe at the moment.
I'm not, because I'm being threatened with a large heavy object at the head.
And self-isolation in the shed. Well, not self-isolation, Jeanette isolation in the shed. So, but yeah, you know, same as I said, you know, how did people go on when World War II broke out? You know, they were rationing, they were, you know, chocolate were a luxury commodity, you know what I mean? My brew's coming along nicely, still bubbling away. Hope it will be done by the weekend. Pixie in a raincoat, is he flashing people? I'm just still laughing about bar jockstrap. Oh dear. You know, same as I says, you know, when it was World War II, you know, you got bombs raining down on you, and you know, stockings and chocolate and everything were considered a luxury commodity. And
they'd be like, oh,
you know,
it's a virus, so get me scarf when I'll be at that pub. I'll see you later, chaps. That's it. Back in good old days.
But yeah, hey.
Not a coffee.
No, I'm all right. I've still got this one.
I'll have one then.
This lukewarm one. But yeah, you know, you know, it'd drive Chris absolutely stir crazy if he got to stay in for less than a couple of days. I mean, I think he'd manage a couple of days, but after that, I think he'd be going. You know, men in white jackets would be coming for him. You know what I mean? But it's same as I say. I'm only self-isolating for the fact that my immune system, and I choose not to go out anywhere, and you know, and I was stocked up as my work can be inconsistent. I got pigs, chickens and rabbits I can eat. Well, you see, I've just said frugal farmer as well. Chris went down to the supermarket today and couldn't get any bread. So I says, well, that's no detriment. I says, because I can make bread. You know, that's the luxury of having a baker in the house. I can make bread.
You know what you're doing tomorrow then?
But I don't have the luxury of like like a lot of people do that have got a bread maker. If I were to make bread, I'd have to do it all from scratch.
Wait, we did have one, didn't we, at one point?
A long, long time ago.
Yeah, bread maker.
And I says, I'd have to do it in the conventional way and do it in the oven. But that's what bakeries do anyway. They ain't got the luxury of having a bread maker. So, same as I said,
I like that high picture bird. Who's my bird then?
Yeah, Simon says I love the smell of bread baking. But you see, same as I said, I've got yeast, I've got flour, I've got all ingredients. So, I've got suet if we wanted a steamed pudding or a jam roly-poly. Coffee, check. Battery on charge, check. Blue cheese and crackers.
Blue cheese? Who's that?
6,000 toilet rolls. But yeah, it's same as I said, Carla. Chris says, oh, we're going to be running out of bread tomorrow. What we're going to do? And I says, well, I've got yeast, I've got flour. I says, we'll have to do what they did in my grandma's day, I says, and bake us own. I've got loaf tins. It's just a case of cracking on with it, really. So, hey, I've just had a thought. I say,
what?
When I bake this bread, we ought to open the kitchen window and waft it about and have people knocking on doors say, well, I bought you a slice of bread for a loo roll.
No, I can go out with my raincoat with some bread and toilet roll.
So, yeah. Did it So, yeah, if I open windows slightly and people smell bread baking, I've got upper hand, you see. I've got the upper hand. Vlog it when you do, Jeanette, how to while stuck at home. Yeah, I will. It's same as I say, I don't mind. Everybody has said that, Carla, if you, Joe were in earlier on and he says, if you do make your own bread, he says, vlog it and put a thing, how to make your own bread. And by all means, yeah. So, same as I say, I said to Chris, never, because what did I buy that year? Oh, I know. I bought the yeast because I made donuts, like jam donuts. So, see what Wakey's put.
What's that?
Do it live and we'll post your location on Facebook. Get ready for a bigger crowd than Sheffield United. But yeah, same as I say, I don't think I'm doing it live because you have to, let it prove and, and then you have to knead it and then you have to let it prove again. So it'd be like quite a long, lengthy process. Whereas if you do a vlog or whatever, you can cut the waiting bits out, if you know what I mean.
You just had it again. You just had an email saying, don't go shopping unless you're elderly before 9 o'clock because that's when it's for the elderly.
Oh, me?
It's coming through on my phone.
Oh.
For some reason, I'm getting your emails.
Hang on a minute. Let me just have a go at this. That's Yorkshire talk, by the way. Asda supporting our most vulnerable. This Friday, don't shop before 9 a.m. Dear customer, since I last wrote to you, it has become increasingly clear to us that we must help shield the most vulnerable in our communities. We want to do all we can to support this effort, and so I've made the decision that on Friday the 20th of March, from store opening until 9 a.m, we are going to make our largest stores available for those vulnerable people. Does that include ours then? Because it into larger store, is it?
No, yeah. But don't go down
And
quite
those
high.
caring for them to let them shop and get what they need. So if you're in a vulnerable group and need to get your shopping or are caring for someone, yeah, you're caring for me, aren't you?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, there you go then. I ain't got a carer's badge though.
well, they don't send you a carer's badge. So there you go.
So I could hardly walk in and say I'm a carer. Anybody could say that.
Well, I've got my blue badge.
Come down with me.
But yeah, I mean, in all respect to Wakey, I mean, you couldn't really do it live because, some, as I say, you have to let it prove, and it would be like a 10-hour live stream. You know what I mean? Because you have to prove it, then you have to need it, and then you have to let it prove again, and you know, it's like a very long process. Put a flat cap on, they'll think you're 70 anyway. But yeah, I mean, same as I was saying, Tony, you know, I know people that's got Crohn's disease. I know people that's got IBS. I myself suffer from IBS. And it's like, you don't know by looking at a person that's standing behind you that they're suffering from IBS or Crohn's disease unless they say something. So it's like, you know, in retrospect, it is selfishness because they're thinking I'm all right, Jack, and sod everybody else. I know, Jeanette, I used to bake my own bread when I moved house. Oh. That's it. You're taking a break, are you? But you know, it's same as I say, you can't tell by looking at a person whether they're suffering from Crohn's disease, IBS, or whatever. And you know, they're thinking, oh, you know, I'm all right, Jack, sod everybody else. But same as Carla says, she only bought one pack for herself, and others were for her elderly mother and her elderly brother. You know what I mean? But she got, you know, we got it in neck because she bought 3 packs. So, you know, it's this is what I'm saying about people being selfish. So, you know, it's people are so easy to rush and judge. This is what I'm saying. You know, people are so easy to rush and judge at people. Not Hey, I agree, Jeanette. What's happening today? Not a lot. Callum's College is closed. You know, but it's my conclusion that you don't know person behind you suffers from Crohn's, or you don't know person behind you suffering from IBS.
What?
Rushing to George. Oh dear.
How are you now?
Yeah.
I thought, what? What's going about that?
So, Chris, you better take the loo rolls back. But this is what I'm saying, Baz. You know, they don't. I mean, it were like Chrissy went and got Ivy next door some, you know, some milk and whatever yesterday. But same as I said, Adia said to her, "Are you all right for toilet rolls? If I can get some, I'll get you some." And then he'd have got us a pack as well. They'd have said, "Oh, what do you need 2 packs for?" They're so quick to judge. But you know what I mean? It's you know, they're not going to stop him and saying, oh, well, you must be shopping for your next door neighbour. You know, they're so quick to judge. Chris is doing a favour for our elderly next door neighbour. And if she asks him to get toilet roll, same as I says, I think a daughter takes her shopping, but she don't always, you know, she don't take her every day. She only takes her like once a week or once a fortnight or something. You know what I mean? So I says to Chris, if she's not going out anywhere, she's got to be running low on certain things. So go round and ask her if she needs anything getting while you're down at Asda. Yeah, I've got a pack of 10 there, so if anybody wants to make me an offer.
Use it as fire paper.
Yeah. So there you go. In case of an emergency, you know, make me an offer. Oh dear.
Hey, we got a free go on the lotto.
What to do?
Woohoo.
It's all right winning lotto if you can't go out to spend it. Oh dear.
Got a free go.
You'll have to think it's Izal, Wakey. Back to the good old days.
Some newspaper's good for that, but it's full of anyway.
Yeah. But we'll have to start using cat litter trays.
three cats queuing up while pixies having a dump in toilets. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Formula orderly queue.
Thank God it's struggling to come out, cats. You're going to have to wait.
Yellow pages cut up in squares. Oh dear. Oh dear. Hey, I've just had a good thought. I buy these tumble dryer sheets. I could iron them out, and you know, just in case of an emergency. So yeah, that's a good idea. So if you've got tumble dryer sheets, just iron them out. I've got some hand sanitizer, Baz, but it's only a small one, so £1 a shot. It's only a little bottle, so it's rationable, so £1 a shot. Okay, Carla, I'm sorry, you know, same as I agree, Carla, you shouldn't have to explain yourself to anybody. You know, you shouldn't have to explain to anybody. It's like, same as I said, if Chris were to go to Asda, get Ivy next door some toilet rolls, plus we needed some, you know, don't question us why we're getting 2 packs, because we're shopping for an elderly neighbour. They've been nicking it from the hospital.
36 rolls. High quality toilet paper. Jumbo pack whites, £39.99p. But you get free postage.
But you see, the thing is as well, Baz, one at Drone Seekers posted a thing. There's a spa shop in Sheffield, and basically they bought 24 packs of toilet rolls and split them, and they're selling each toilet roll £1 each. And it says if you want to buy a pack of 24 toilet rolls, 24 quid. You know what I mean? And I says to Chris, got a 24 roll pack the other day from Asda for £7.50. Well, I shan't tell you what I called them. I called them Robin so-and-so's, but and that's the spa shop in Sheffield. So yeah, you know, I mean, if anybody's jumping on the bandwagon as regarding, you know, price of toilet rolls, it's this spa shop in Sheffield. £1 a roll. You know what I mean? And it's same as I said to Chris, they should be ashamed of themselves. Should be ashamed of themselves.
Yep.
£1 a toilet roll. You know what I mean? Same as I said to Chris. You think that if there's vulnerable old people living in the area and that to them is their local shop and they've got no other way of going to a supermarket or anything, you know, are they being forced to pay £1 a toilet roll? Or if they want a bigger pack of 24, they've got to pay £24. I says to Chris, I said I'd sooner wipe my backside on newspaper than pay that ridiculous price. It's ridiculous. And they're jumping on the misfortunes of the country, you know, to make a fast buck, let's just say. You know what I mean? They're jumping on the bandwagon and making a fast buck. And that's spa all over for you. So, you know, I did have a few choice words about it. I'll tell you that for nothing. So, I know before you ask, I ain't got coronavirus. I've just got a runny nose. It says there was a guy in Manchester filling his trolley with 10-kilogram bags of rice.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's one thing that we don't very often buy, Baz. So, but Chris went down to Asda today and couldn't get any bread. So I says, you know, it's no detriment if you can't get any tomorrow. I says, I'll just make my own. So, oh,
get up, you little. Excuse me.
Lucy's at it again.
Oh.
So yeah, you know, same as I said, it's people that are, you know, going out, panic buying, you know what I mean? At end of the day, says, ha, ouch, lol. At end of the day, they've said that supermarkets will still stay open. They'll try their best to replenish the stocks, you know, and if worst comes to worst and they say only essential, you know, journeys, like, let's say, to do your shopping or doctors or whatever way you look at it, the supermarkets will stay open.
You want to have a cat scratch your back and then you'll find out that.
But you see, this is another thing as well, Baz. Chris went down to our Asda today and it came over at Tannoy, like, you only allowed 3 items of, let's say you went for toilet rolls.
Throughout the country now.
You know what I mean? But to me, if you go down and they've got 24 packs of toilet rolls and you get 3 of them, that's like 72 toilet rolls. So but in essential, giving them free reign to buy most of the stock of toilet rolls.
Oh, cheers, Baz. It says nice one, Lucy.
But you see, this is what I keep saying, Wakey. She lies on back of his chair, and it's only about that broad, the back of his chair. Now she's there clinging on for dear life. She keeps falling off, yet she keeps getting back on and doing exactly the same thing over and over again. She ain't got brains she were born with.
No.
But you see, this is the thing, Tony. You know, the coronavirus in sniffles, or you know, it in the sniffles. It's a dry cough, a fever, and trouble breathing. But you know, it's I mean, you could talk about this all night, you know what I mean? And it's how can I put it? You know what I mean? It's same as I've said. Oh, I've got itchy nose now. Me and Chris can't afford to go out bulk buying anyway. So we're having to go out on a daily basis to source milk. We're having to go out on a daily basis to source bread. You know what I mean? We can't afford to stock up, let's say, for a month, because we just can't afford it. So it's a case of just taking, same as Christmas, just taking potluck and hoping that they've got what you need in when you go down. So yeah, you know what I mean? And same as I said, you know, it's all well and good, like going to supermarkets and doing this, how many, is it 4 meters or something? You know what I mean? You can't stand too close to people. You don't know if anybody's in that store that's actually carrying the coronavirus. You don't have to test positive to be carrying the virus. Okay, then I'll put it in the I'll put it in the chat. But you know, you don't know that the person standing, but I mean, you might be stood in front or behind somebody that's got it, but you don't know, because there's an incubation period. 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, there's like an incubation or at least two weeks. You know what I mean? So it certainly isn't runny bum. But yeah, I agree. I mean, same as I say, but this is what I'm saying about people with IBS and Crohn's disease. You know, it's something that they rely on because they do have bouts of diarrhea. You know what I mean? But you can't tell that somebody's got it just by looking at them. You know what I mean? You're not going to wear a placard around your neck saying, I suffer from IBS, please allow me to buy toilet rolls, are you? Because then it's drawing attention to you, and you know, it's going to draw attention to you, and people are, well, in a sense, feel sorry for you. But You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to explain to anybody why you're buying toilet rolls and goings and outs of Meg's what's it, you know, as regards why you're buying toilet rolls. I've got an ear or something up my nose and it's bugging me. No, it's not my nose here.
I'm put the panel link now.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I agree. They wouldn't allow you to do it because you get turned away from every establishment, Tony. You can't wear an armband saying you've got the coronavirus because you'd have people turning you away from supermarkets saying, well, if you know you've got it, then what you're doing here? It's not plausible to do that because they get turned away from all shops and you know they get turned away from all establishments just for the fact that they've got an armband on saying that they've got coronavirus. For a person don't know that they've got it, they could be immune to it themselves but be a carrier, which certain viruses do. They don't affect the person. They could just be a carrier. You know, they don't, you know, not necessarily got the symptoms or anything.
You checked if he's there, yeah?
Is it one that picks his nose ears? No, it's just come on. Hiya.
Oh,
Hello.
no, lad.
It's all right. I got an itch, and it's because I washed my hair this morning. That's what it is. I get a lot of grey hairs when I wash my hair.
How are you, Jeanette?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, Jeanette.
Yeah. I'm Jad, the world's first baguette juicer.
Oh God!
Yeah, Dana says if you do proper research, it is possible for common cold symptoms could be a carrier, hence the self-isolation. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to have the symptoms of the virus. You could be a carrier. This hair on my nose is bugging me.
Get twins, is that?
No.
Yeah, my college is going to close down on Friday.
So, but you see, Callum got a email like yesterday tea time, and it says classes is postponed until after Easter holidays, but it could be longer.
I'm not sure about mine. All I just know is I got the email from college this morning, and I don't know what's going to happen now.
It's just a case of waiting and seeing. I mean, when the Prime Minister did that news conference, it says basically they can't put a ballpark figure on how long this close down's going to be. They're saying sort of until April, but it could be as long as or as far as till October. So it's just a case of waiting and seeing, really. So it all depends how well they contain the virus, how long, you know, but they say it's like they're working on a vaccine, but it could be 18 months before it's rolled out. You know, it's just the unknown.
Yeah,
it's just the unknown. This virus not be sort of produced, you know, for public consumption, let's say, for about at least 18 months. He said it could be 2 years. By that time, hopefully, it'll all have died down and it'll be a distant memory.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all we can do is sit back and wait and see what happens.
Baguette juice.
So, And Tony says we're in the dark with regards to this virus, as the government
Yeah.
isn't telling us everything. I agree, but I mean, it's like, it's a wonderful thing, the internet. You know, you can Google anything, can't you? You know, I mean, it's there for you to research. And I mean, I've been sort of watching. His name's Dr. John Campbell, and he knows everything that there is to know about it. So, didn't you mash yourself coffee?
Yes,
Oh.
you didn't want one.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It'll be cold.
I'll sit up then on there.
It'll be cold by the time you get it, and then you're moaning about me.
I'm drunk it. I'm weak that love me. Get it up, John.
It says stream's crackling. Is it okay at your end? Are you there? Can't hear you. Simon, is it just me, or has Jeanette's mic started playing up? I don't know. I ain't done anything. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Should I refresh it? Uh-oh. It's probably YouTube. But no, I ain't touched anything. I ain't or anything. Like watching a low budget kung fu film. Buffering. Okay then, Amjad. I don't know what it's probably YouTube. I don't know. It's probably YouTube trying to shut me down. I don't know. I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, mother? It's back on now, is it? Tony says I broke YouTube. Oh dear. Oh dear. What I say, it not be long before I'm closing it down now anyway, so I'll give it a few more minutes and oh, I'm Jad's back.
Hello.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Everybody said I were crackling.
Yeah, I heard some cracking on my end.
Pulling too much bandwidth, am I?
But Wakey's comment when he said baguette juice, that was funny.
Yeah, Simon says still a bit crackly. Is the cat sat on the mic? No, nobody's nowhere near. So what you've been doing with yourself then while you've been off college? He says crackling's gone now, you've come back. And he's frozen it. Chris has put Amjad broke it. Oh, Amjad's gone again. Wrote too soon. It says it's gone again now. It's Amjad's fault. Oh, it's saying no sugar. Terry says yes, and Jeanette and Amjad are too awesome and amazing for you too. Oh. Right, what I'm going to do, if it's playing up, I'm going to shut it down, and I'll see you all again on Friday. Sorry for the disruption. So I'm going to shut it down, and I'll see you all again on Friday. Sorry for about the disruption, and thank you all for coming in and listening to me wittering on and having me say and everything. So I'll see you all on Friday. Bye.